Good morning, good morning. Welcome to our daily chant cult. If you are of a mind to connect to the all thing through repetitions of the phrase Zeus the head, Zeus the middle, Zeus the all in all, this is your time to shine. At least it's my time to shine. This is what I'm doing with it anyway. I'm trying to stay connected, and I'm not going to talk too much about anything that I think until after I do the mantra, because I've been upset the last couple times. Oh my gosh. So, but yeah, it's not worth it. It's definitely not worth getting upset about all the things going on out in the world. Today is Hermes Day. You know, it's a day that Mercury is favorable to communications. If you want to conjure up the spirits of Mercury, which are Raphael is the archangel of Mercury, according to my standards. Other people put Michael there, but I like Raphael. And the four spirits of the pinnacles of Solomon are the Kokaviel, Gadoria, Savania, and Hokmahiel. And those are the spirits that are hopefully working on materializing all of the wealth and prosperity that we're in need of in general, and in particular. Let me see. I'm going to pull up another thing I have here while I'm talking. I can find it. Anyway, yeah. So yeah. Hermes has a number of epithets. Hermes agator is what I'm looking for. Here we go. All right. Hermes agator, we call on you. Okay, so some of the epithets of Hermes that are always useful for us are agator. He's the leader. That means leader. Hermes agator, Zeus agator, and there's another agator who received the name, but basically it means the leader. And very few of the gods were given that, but Hermes and Zeus received that. Epimelius, he's the keeper of the flocks. He was a sheep tending god for a while. He's the god of the shepherds. So if you've got things that you need people to watch over, or that you need taken care of, that are sort of like your flocks, he can help you watch over those things. Dias Hateris, the companion of the feast, he's the one that brought the offerings of the gods, of the humans to the gods. Epilos, sheep tending shepherd, he's the one that, like I said, tends sheep. Yep, those are some good names for taking care of your properties. Hermes and Enagonius, god of the games, bring us favor in our contest. He's the one that he's the aspect of Hermes that helps us to win in competitions, also to get the best price if we're doing bartering, or if we have something up for sale on an auction. He can increase the interest in that type of thing. Let's see, Maiados Huius, son of Maia, Charadotes, and Ariones are his ecstatic aspects. Maiados Huius is the teacher of the mysteries of ecstasy. So basically any kind of ecstatic communion with the gods that you might enjoy, where you're dopamine maxing, your serotonin maxing your experiences through chant or other types of frenzy. It's a good way to tap into his stuff with the name Maiados Huius. Hermes Maiados Huius, son of Maia. Is a good epithet for that. Charadotes it means the bringer of joy. Chara means joy. It is my magical word is finding joy in this life. And you know, I think honestly sometimes I feel like the world is just going to shit just because I want my magic word to be fucking joy, and they're like, oh yeah, find joy now, bitch. And I'm like, oh fuck you guys. But that's just sort of like I don't really think that's true. It's just the persecution complex I got from my Christian upbringing, I'm sure. But anyway, yeah, Ariones is the other ecstatic side of Hermes, and that's luck. All right, so Hermes, the god of luck, Ariones, it brings you luck, and things go your way. So if you're betting on the ponies, Hermes Ariones is the one to invoke for your success. Hermes Catesios is the protector of our property. Whenever you were doing any kind of moves or shipping things to other people, like whenever I do my shipping, I do a spell with Hermes Catesios to help it arrive quickly, safely, and without any damages. He's the protector of property in transit in particular. So Hermes Catesios is good for that. Hermes Tricephalus, Athanatos Diactorus, and Hermes Propylaeus are all the aspects of Hermes Chthonios, another name for him, who is there to... this is the aspect of Hermes that walks with Hecate down the paths of the world with Persephone. So when Persephone goes back to hell every winter, and when she goes back to Mount Olympus in the spring, she is accompanied on her journeys by Hecate and Hermes Chthonios, and those deities are that's why he shares the name Tricephalus and Propylaeus and Catabates. Those are all names for Hermes, but they're also, I think, I'm pretty sure they're also epithets of Hecate. So Hecate and Hermes Chthonios have very similar roles in the mythology, but that's because they're friends. They're not competition. They actually just... I picture it as like two girls and their gay best friend walking down the street, and he actually happens to have a wand that puts anybody to sleep if they try to accost him. And Hecate has a fucking dagger and torches and shit, and it's like, I wouldn't want to fuck with her either. So, but... yeah, and Persephone is the goddess of hell. So, yeah. Anyway, it's not the trio you want to run into on a dark alley for sure. But yeah, Catabates Hermes is the last epithet that I wanted to talk about real quick. Hermes and Catabates is the one who conducts the shades of the dead into Hades. So while they're traveling on their roads, Hermes carries the caduceus, and the power of the caduceus is to put spirits to sleep or to wake them up. And as the chthonic deity, his role was to round up the restless spirits and either put them to sleep or wake them up so that they can go with him to hell, right? So that's what that's for. And in the Greek magical papyri, one of the most or let me rephrase this. One of the things that I've seen standing out to me personally in the last couple excursions through the PGM are the number of spells that are about raising specific spirits of the dead who died untimely deaths. And the way that they're doing it in these spells is specifically for love spells, so that somebody is obsessed with them 100%, and that this restless dead spirit is going to accost the person until they agree to have sex with them, basically, or make them be honest and pure and all that stuff. And while that's not exactly the way I would use the powers of the undead spirits, the idea of Hermes Chthonios being the one that would do that is in keeping with the whole mythos. So if you want to raise the spirits of the dead to do things for you, first of all, I think that coercive magic is lame. I don't think that you should be trying to use magic to get laid. I think that you should, well, let me rephrase that. I think you should use the magic of Aphrodite to get laid, because she is the goddess of sex, and you don't have to trick your way into sex, and that's what Hermes is, just sort of a trickster god. And coercion is within his realm, of course, but we need money, and we need vehicles, and we need all the other things that he's the lord of, a lot more than love. And if you want love, I think you should go through Aphrodite, and she will help you find the right love that's harmonic with your intent and all that stuff, and not someone who's only there until you forget to do your spells, and then they slip away because they're like, what the fuck have I been doing? What did I ever see in that guy? Anyway, so let us move on with our daily chant and asking for the spirit's help. I'll do the Orphic hymn to Hermes, and then we'll do our 108 things, and then I'll do my own prayer to Hermes with all the epithets that I just mentioned after that. But I want to stick to the regular Orphic hymn real quick, just to do the ritual process that I've established for mental health reasons for myself, amongst other things. Yeah, I'm trying to do a regular routine to help keep me sane. I'm not very good at routines, but we'll see how it goes, how long I can make it last. You notice that today I actually was up by a certain hour, and I had this scheduled for 8, even though I didn't actually start it until much later. But getting there. I'm going to be getting there. Hopefully I get back to on track with doing this at 8 a.m. every day over the next couple of weeks, so that we can rise and shine and get going, not have it take up it's taking up too much of my day, basically. I sit here and I start the thing, and then I just get distracted. So I'm going to try to reel that in just a little bit. Okay. So anyway, good morning, Sergey. Good to see you. And George, happy Hermes Day. Without further ado, I'm going to hop on this thing. 3 deep breaths. Hermes, draw near, and to my prayer incline, angel of Jove and Maya's son divine, studious of contests, ruler of mankind, with heart almighty and a prudent mind, celestial messenger of various skill, whose powerful arts could watchful Argus kill. With winged feet 'tis thine through air to course, O friend of man and prophet of discourse. Great life supporter to rejoice is thine, in arts gymnastic and in fraud divine, with power endued all language to explain, of care the loosener and the source of gain, whose hand contains of blameless peace the rod, Carushan, blessed, profitable God, of various speech whose aid in works we find, and in necessities to mortals kind, dire weapon of the tongue which men revere, be present, Hermes, in thy suppliant ear, assist my works, conclude my life with peace, give graceful speech, and me memories increase. Hermes, I ask that you send now your spirit Raphael. By his name and his seal I call him forth in the 4 spirits of the pinnacles of Mercury, Cocaviel, Gedoria, Savania, and Hokmahiel. Come now from wherever you may be, and appear before me, to bless, to consecrate, and to manifest my desires. Zeus ho Cephale, Zeus ho Meso, Zeus ho Pantocrator. Zeus ho Cephale, Zeus ho Meso, Zeus ho Pantocrator. Zeus ho Cephale, Zeus ho Meso, Zeus ho Pantocrator. Zeus ho Cephale, Zeus ho Mesos, Zeus ho Pantocrator. Zeus ho Cephale, Zeus ho Mesos, Zeus ho Pantocrator. Zeus ho Cephale, Zeus ho Mesos, Zeus ho Pantocrator. Zeus ho Cephale, Zeus ho Mesos, Zeus ho Pantocrator. Zeus ho Cephale, Zeus ho Mesos, Zeus ho Pantocrator. Zeus ho Cephale, Zeus ho Mesos, Zeus ho Pantocrator. Zeus ho Cephale, Zeus ho Mesos, Zeus ho Pantocrator. Zeus ho Cephale, Zeus ho Mesos, Zeus ho Pantocrator. Zeus ho Cephale, Zeus ho Mesos, Zeus ho Pantocrator. Zeus ho Cephale, Zeus ho Mesos, Zeus ho Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos, Zeus o Pantocrator. Zeus o Cephale, Zeus o Mesos,
mesos, Zeuso Pantocrator, Zeuso Cephale, Zeuso 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 mesos, Zeuso Pantocrator, Zeus Ocephale, Zeus O Mesos, Zeus O Pantocrator. 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 Zeus Ocephale, Zeus O Meso, Zeus O Pantocrator. Zeus Ocephale, Zeus O Mesos, 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 Zeus O Pantocrator. Zeus O Pantocrator. Zeus O Pantocrator.
All right, that's it for 108 mantra things. I did forget to hit the lightning bolt thing at 54 like I usually do halfway through, but sorry about that. All right, before I go, I'm going to do the other hymn to Hermes that I have here. This one I wrote for myself using the epithets that I went over at the beginning of the show, but I think this is a good prayer for us all for Wednesday, I think. Hermes, Agator, we call on you, O ancient leader among the gods, who guides and teaches and shows the way. Hermes Epimelius, keeper of the flocks, Dias Heteris, companion of the feast, Epilos, sheep-tending shepherd. Mingle now the realms of the mortal and the divine, bear offerings to the Olympic throne, and return to us Angelos, angel of the gods. Hermes, Enagonius, god of the games, bring us favor in our contest. Train us in mind, body, and soul, in right action and informed intent. Maiados Julius, son of Maia, teach us the mystery of ecstasy. Caridotes, grant us joy. O Ariones, bring us luck, and be ever ready to lend your aid. Hermes Ctesios, protector of property, stand in the preservation and the growth of our wealth and prosperity. Hermes Tricephalus, three-headed, who waits at the intersection. Athanatos Diactorus, immortal guide. Hermes Propylaeus, god of the gateway. Katabates Hermes, who conducts the shades into Hades, hear us and bring us wit and luck and joy in all of our endeavors. Guide us to the proper path, bless all our works of wonder, and lead us in the way. All right, guys, happy Hermes Day. Hope you have a great one.